everyone, welcome to my sewing channel. My name is Rebecca. Here in my little sewing space in the Blue Mountains, New South Wales, Australia, I like to talk about making my own garments. Fabric choices, pattern choices, how they fit on my body, things that go well, things that go wrong, all that sort of stuff. Today I'm going to talk to you about some other fabulous YouTube vloggers. These are people who are creative people, either in the area of sewing or cooking, and they all have fabulous different accents. So it's a little bit of fun, a little bit creative, and a little bit of a giggle. If that sounds good to you, keep watching. The first creator I want to share with you today has a really wonderful, unique American accent. Her name is Cynthia and she's a sewing vlogger. Her sewing channel is called Mountain Accent Sewing. She likes to sew her own garments. She's from the Blue Ridge Mountains in the US. She does a really great job of talking about the fabric that she's using, where she's sourced it from, and how the pattern goes on her body. She uses some really great phrases, and she's a joy to listen to and a really sweet, lovely human being. Cynthia from Mountain Accent Sewing. My next creator is also a sewer. And she has a really fantastic, easy to listen to Scottish accent. Her name is Rachel. Excuse me, just squeezing my eyes down so I can remember the details. Her name is Rachel and her YouTube channel is called So Ray Me UK. She actually has her own Etsy shop and is quite successful on YouTube and in her Etsy store. She does sewing, crafting, and knitting. She's really lovely to watch if you love a slow and calm feel to your videos. She might sit and film a little bit of her countryside or her making a cup of tea or doing some sewing for the day and have a little chat and a little film, and it's really easy and quite peaceful to watch. So she does a variety of creative things, and that is Rachel from So Ray Me. The next creator has a fabulous Australian accent. She makes me giggle because she has some really great Australian phrases that I haven't heard in a while and you may not have ever heard of. Her name is Mel and her YouTube channel is called Aussie Homestead, and she cooks and shares recipes on her channel. The two that stand out most to me at the moment are a recipe she shared about apricot slice and apricot balls, and in fact I made the apricot balls to put in a little cookie box for my neighbours this Christmas and they worked out really well. And the other recent one was about a fudgy walnut log, which she was going to make to give to some people for Christmas. She makes from her kitchen and films really simple recipes, sometimes sweet, sometimes savory, but she's loads of fun and has a really great demeanor, very warm, but also a bit funny. That is Mel from Aussie Homestead. My next YouTuber is another sewer, and you may have heard of her before because she was on the Great British Sewing Bee, I think season 4. Her name is Angeline and she's from Northern Ireland and she has a fabulous Irish accent, very, very easy to listen to. Her YouTube channel is called Angeline Murphy Design. Angeline has a really great backlist of tutorials on her channel. She calls them the A to Z of sewing beginners, something like that. So they're really great short tutorials on how to do basic things. She also has a series called Sew My Look, where she'll look up a particular garment from a current designer and then find a pattern to match or almost match, and then document how she's made it, what she's changed, what she's tweaked, and how it's worked out for her. And you see the end garment, which is always quite marvelous. That is Angeline from Angeline Murphy Design. My next creator is another sewer, and she's quite well known in the sewing community because she's from the UK and she has her own shop. Her name is Jenny from Jenny Stitches. She hails from Cumbria in the north of England. I'm not sure if her accent is a Cumbrian accent, but it sure is one I love to listen to. And she's got great little phrases that kind of match her accent. And yes, she's very easy to watch. If you've not heard of her before, she has an in-person and an online fabric shop. Every Friday, she does something, a live YouTube called, I think it's called Friday Chats, Friday Live, something like that. And she talks about her new fabrics, and she's also willing to answer questions about those fabrics and other things as well. So she has really great knowledge about fabrics. That's what I think is her number one draw card, and she explains things really clearly. She also will sometimes share some of her own makes and the process, if she's wearing them regularly, how they turned out for her. She's really honest about her own makes and her sews, and also finding time to do that along with running a business. She gives great sewing tips and is just a really lovely person to watch and to interact with. If you're on the live sewing channel, she'll read your questions out and answer them as best she can. That's Jenny from Jenny Stitches. The next vlogger is called Georgia, and her YouTube channel is called Georgia's Sewing Journey. I have a feeling her accent is Jamaican, but I'm not exactly sure. That's my best approximation from listening to her voice and a few of her posts. So Georgia posts every month or two. She's more of a slow sewer. She'll really research and plan and look into a piece of clothing. And often they're more intricate pieces or garments that she's really planning to have for a long time. Like it might be a jacket or a coat, and she'll take her time with it, sewing bit by bit, and then eventually share her process and her final product at the end. So she's got quite a bit of knowledge. Her end product is always really nicely finished, and she's got some great reflections on it, and she's also a joy to listen to with her lovely, lovely accent. So that's Georgia from Georgia's Sewing Journey. My last YouTuber with a really great accent to listen to is Nura. Nura is based in the Netherlands, but I think her accent is possibly Argentinian, something like that. If you know, please feel free to let me know. Nura has really great energy. She's done a few series where she keeps posting little bits about her journey and her progress in particular things. So one of them has been assessing her wardrobe, what works for her, what doesn't, and why. For example, in one of her posts, she tries on all her me-made trousers and jeans and then reflects on whether she's enjoyed wearing it, why she has not, whether it works for her practically in her everyday life, why or why not it works, and whether she wants to keep them or make another pair, or whether she's going to give that pair of trousers away because it doesn't fit into her lifestyle. So I think it's a really, really good journey of reflection on how to curate a wardrobe. Another great project that she's been working on is using up all her scraps. So in 2025, at the beginning of the year, she had 48 kilograms of sewing scraps. And she's been looking for different ways to incorporate those into her makes to use them up. So she's been posting little bits about that throughout the year as well. I really like how she carries on a few different strands and comes back to them, so you know her process and you can also get your own ideas. So I really like those two projects. I'm sure she's got more in her backlist as well, but they're the ones that I've taken note of recently. Nura is really creative and capable, and she is a joy to watch and a joy to listen to with her delightful accent as well. I hope you've enjoyed those suggestions. Perhaps you knew all of them, or perhaps someone new to you and you're going to look into. I hope there's something there to give you a giggle or to give you a bit of fresh inspiration. If you think I've missed someone who's really crucial and has a fabulous accent and is a joy to listen to, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to know more and have my range of vloggers grown as well. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up. If you want to, subscribe, and enjoy your sewing journey. Oh, I forgot to say, I am wearing a new make, which I will talk about in a future vlog, a future post. This is the rectangle top by Sewing Therapy, and I'm really enjoying wearing it. It's quite different, this next neckline for me, but it is a really comfortable top, and I'm going to head out the door shortly and enjoy wearing it out and about. Thanks for being here, everyone. I hope you're finding joy in your makes or small joys somewhere in life. Bye for now.